Hey guys, I wanted to shoot a video to kind of let you sort of understand what Jason was talking about with the VIA Connect 2 and NEC displays. So what I have here is I've got this digital video analyzer from this IDK company, and it's basically has connectors on it that allow me to monitor the DDC voltage, hot plug detect voltage, and then towards the right side of the meter there, you've got an EDID, HDCP, and others. So those will flash when there's an EDID read, or if there was an HDCP read, which of course we don't have in this case, and then others is, again, you'll see these flash, and I've got the very latest VIA Connect 2. So this is the latest BIOS, the latest hardware. It's a 20, in fact, the serial number, it's a 03 of 23. So again, it's still kind of the latest and greatest here. And I'm going to simulate a couple things so you can try to understand what's going on. The first thing, if you look at the DDC and HDC and HP, the hot plug voltage right now, it's basically nothing. It's down, 0.2 volts. There's nothing connected to the analyzer other than the VIA, and the VIA is not even powered at the moment. So I'm going to take a Sharp display and I'm going to plug it into the other connector on the analyzer. And you can see initially the Sharp display just increased the DDC voltage to 2.3 volts. For whatever, it's 2.3 volts. Now I'm going to take the power cord and plug this into the VIA. So I'm simulating a power outage, as if the facility lost power and then regains power. So as you see, as soon as I plugged in power, there was a couple of flashes of EDID read because the voltage, the hot plug, and DDC voltages came alive. And it'll wait here for a few moments. I mean, the VIA is on right now. You can see the power light is on. There'll be this secondary, I think you just saw it, a secondary EDID read. And the Sharp display up here has the image. The VIA image is there. So that's all well and good and perfect. So let me simulate the same thing, but now with an NEC display. So I'm going to disconnect power. I'm going to pull out of the analyzer there, and let me grab my NEC display. We've got a number of NEC displays in the office. I just happened to grab the first one, the most convenient one. We've had this display here for a bit. And I'm just going to plug in. So again, you see the voltages are low, just like before. I'm going to plug in the NEC display. So you can see there's a vast difference here right now. So the NEC display is in its standby mode, just like it was for the Sharp. And it's already reading a pretty high voltage, almost a normal voltage for the DDC and HP lines, which is significantly different than with the other display. In fact, it's significantly different than a lot of other displays that I have here in the office. Generally, the voltage is low or fairly low, waiting for VIA to enact, some changes. So anyway, let me plug in the power right now. So I plugged in the power, and you can see nothing's happened on that meter. There's no flash. There isn't much of a change. I mean, the voltage went up a little bit, the DDC voltage and HP voltage, but there was no handshakes of any kind. The EDID or others, there was no flash. Now that VIA, of course, is on. You can see the power light's on just as before, but nothing. And of course, I got nothing on my NEC display, which is right behind me. However, if I turn the unit off on the front panel, let it go off here. Come on. Okay, the unit's off. Now the voltage via is now, because via is now off, it's keeping the voltage low. Now I turn via on. So now I got a flash, couple flashes of EDID and others, so I know the handshake has happened. It's going to wait here for a few moments, and there's going to be that secondary flash. That secondary flash just turned on the NEC display, and it's going to go off and come back on. There's a whole cycle, but you know, there it is. You know, your via home screen is functioning. So I think it's a very dramatic difference, you know, in EDID. And again, I don't really even think it's EDID related. It's more, you know, why is there voltage there with the NEC displays, even though the via is off as compared to other, you know, other displays. And again, right now I can yank out the power, and you can see that voltage is you know, is pretty much remaining. You know, that's being now supplied, you know, by the NEC display. So there's a definite difference there in how NEC decides to handle this, you know, pins 18 and 19 on the HDMI connector. So I hope this helps. I'm sure you guys could get some NEC display somewhere to be able to see the same thing. I would imagine, I mean, the displays I'm using right here are the EA275 UHD. So that's the model. You can see I've got two of them here. We've had these for probably 5 or 6, 7 years. Again, the EA275 UHD. This is a very popular display. It's a 1920 by 1200 display. You know, again, it's pretty common in NEC's line. Hope that helps. Bye.